Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So it's a couple weeks post Worlds now, and I've spent a lot of time since then watching back some of these games, some of these matches, reflecting on commentating them. And one of the things that occurred to me is I really wish I could get inside these players' heads and learn exactly what they were thinking during these matches to see if we got it right as commentators and to see if there's anything that we missed. Yeah, one match in particular that I really enjoyed was the quarterfinals match between Shamlin and Zach Bivens. I know this is a match a lot of us were watching, with great interest during the tournament. And I can't tell you how much I wish I knew what was going through their heads in that game. So, you know what? This Disney Worlds pin has a little bit of magic left in it, maybe. Let's see if I can make something happen here. Let's see. All right, Mo and Zach, where are you? Come help me out here.
Where am I?
That worked! Hey guys, welcome. Goodness gracious, I'm sorry. I hope I didn't interrupt anything. Welcome to the channel.
Hey.
Wow. Hey,
deal. Wow.
Hey, do y'all have anything going on? Can I steal like the next hour of your time here?
I was actually free. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm here now, so let's go.
Like a lot of people, I've been going back and watching a lot of your games during Worlds and wondering kind of like what the journey was like for you. And for the two of you, your match was pretty epic and a lot of fun to watch. I was wondering if I could go through the match with you all and kind of pick your brain a little bit and hear what you were thinking during this match.
I would love that.
All right. Well, hey, so for those who are just joining us or didn't watch, you all had some pretty fun lineups going into Worlds. Mo, you were on an Amethyst Emerald, Ruby Sapphire, and an Amber Steel build. And Zach, you were on Emerald Sapphire, which is really fun item build, Amethyst Steel, and then Ruby Amber. And going into this match, you all had the chance to bench an opponent's deck. So before we get watching the match, why did you each make the decision to bench, each other's deck the way you did? And what was your strategy in picking the first deck going into this match?
Yeah, I'll take it first here. So looking through top 8, I had a clear path to victory against 6 out of my 7 opponents. And the one that I landed was not only Zach Bivens, the GOAT. It was one of my worst matchups through. I did a lot of thinking on how I'd handle the particular lineup he took. Very terrifying decks. I felt like I had a better chance of sneaking a win off of the blue-green deck, but I knew if I let him have the blue-green, he would save it and play his purple-steel first. And purple-steel's the deck that I needed to kind of target to get my 2 wins from. So I made the decision to let him have his aggro deck on the play and hope my Emerald Amethyst could turn out for me. And then I would be able to take my Ruby Sapphire deck that I knew was not getting banned and be able to try to steal a game off of the Purple Steel GOAT with it. And then we'd have a Battle of the Titans for game 3. But we'll see what happens here. That's just what I did.
So his response there was pretty eloquent. My decision was he's playing Amber Steel, so let's ban it. There we go.
Yeah.
So I knew that I knew for sure he wouldn't ban the Purple Steel, the Amethyst Steel. I felt like he would probably ban the Ruby Amber just because it's just so difficult for his decks to beat it when I'm on the play. And with me being the number 2 seed, I was going to be on the play with it. But I wasn't surprised either to see him ban the other deck. So yeah, I knew it wouldn't be Purple Steel, but yeah, on my side it was super clear, ban the Amber Steel.
Yeah.
I like that strategy. Just get rid of that deck.
Get it out here.
All right. Well, hey, let's get into this match. I'm really excited to pick your brains a little bit.
Yeah, let's go.
All right, let's go.
Some fine looking gentlemen there, I just gotta say.
I agree. At this point, so you all have made your ban decisions here. It looks like you've elected which decks to play, and now you're going to your appropriate deck boxes and pulling out those first game decks, huh?
Yeah, I I shout out my friend Matthew and Kristen. They loaned me that gigantic deck box that I just kept everything in. It was perfect for the whole event.
Yeah, I definitely have to get one of those next year. Having 3 random deck boxes was not ideal. So.
Also, hydrate, always important.
I didn't mean to time it out that way, but it worked.
That's funny. So in this matchup, I know you all mentioned your decisions at first, but did your opponents, like Zach, Mo, did your opponents pick here which deck you thought they would in game 1?
I would say yes, for sure.
I mean, I guess the aggro deck on the play, of course.
Yeah, like if he surprised me with the purple steel.
Yeah, I'm forced into the Ruby Amber, I think, going first. And I obviously know he's not going to play the Ruby Sapphire and just automatically lose for no reason. He's going to at least try to win with the Emerald Amethyst.
Yeah. Please.
So there's like no guessing this first game. You're like, as soon as, Zach, you're on the play, you both basically know exactly what this is going to be.
For sure.
Yeah. That was my thought process, and I think I asked you about this, but I'm like, if I let you play blue-green, you probably would have let off purple steel and like had the 2 shots with the blue-green, and that's what I was worried about. Like,
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, out of curiosity, as we get going into this, like, what's it like going into this match? Because you two are friends, you've played each other before, you're both dads, young kids, like you're very similar in your personal lives in that way. So going into this match, what are you thinking as far as opponents goes?
This is rigged.
Oh.
I mean, like I've said before, like I felt good into literally everybody in the top 8. There wasn't a matchup that I was scared of, so yeah, I was fine.
Yeah. Shout out your lineup. I loved it. I heavily thought about taking it, but I couldn't break the red yellow. I was playing maybe 80% of your deck, but like the Simbas and the Gloids and all that and the LeFou was just the key pieces, I think, to give you that consistency.
Those 12 cards were massive. Yeah, you couldn't play the deck without those for sure. You need the 8 Piglet.
They're so good.
You need the LeFou.
Yeah.
LeFou is like a 4-lore character, as weird as it sounds. Because you're readying a Piglet or a Simba almost 100% of the time with him. So he gets that 3 lore from readying that, essentially, and then he gets the quest. So LeFou is actually like a 4 lore character, which is crazy.
So good. So good.
Yeah.
Taking a moment.
I love that moment of reflection there. I mean, at this point, too, it's game 1 of day 2, right? You've been preparing for this all night. And so this is like the moment you've been thinking about for the last 12 hours or so, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of nerves, but we got this far. And the one good thing about playing Zach is I would rather lose to him than anyone else in the top cut. I love everybody in it, but Zach and Ed are my boys, so
yeah.
Glad it. Yeah.
Feel the exact same way for sure.
Oh man, shout out to production here. These hand cams were excellent.
I love that they did this. Now people can shout out when I mess up.
Oh no.
So my hand was very solid. Like, it's not perfect, but it was good enough. Basically, I had the one drop. I had the Simba, and then I had a turn 3 play, and then the rest was ink. So while my hand isn't perfect, and it could certainly be better with Lady and stuff, I felt like it would be not wise to put any cards back. I'm almost never going to get anything better from the mulligan. So while it's not perfect, I think I would just always keep that hand.
Yeah, I was here. You can see me shaking my head. No, he didn't just keep. My hand's pretty loaded too, as you probably noticed. Definitely. But I was definitely looking for some earlier control option.
I didn't see in the ones you kept. Did you have the hidden cove in your hand here, or did you?
Yes.
Not? You did. Okay, yeah.
I do believe I had it pre-mull. Yeah, that was what I was looking for. It was cove and maybe 1-drop Diablo, but really wanted that cove to help me clear some of your threats.
I can't believe they had the 1/1 Mickey right there with the World's Trophy just sitting beside us.
It was watching us. He was judging me.
Oh, man. It is pretty cool as a setup having that trophy right next to you. I love the fist bump too. Great for the audience And here we go.
It was beautiful.
So I basically always ink that
Actually
Lilo.
done.
Like, I hate that Lilo even in the deck. That's like the 59th and 60th card of those two Lilos. There really isn't anything better. So it's basically always going to hit the inkwell when I draw it.
Yeah. Ink a wrong lever. A little bit of a decision making there because it's pretty powerful in this deck or in this matchup, but
For sure. I wasted like 0 seconds questing with that Daisy.
Yeah.
It's like ready, set, quest.
Boom. Daisy Duck. I got to draw though.
Here I'm just thinking about inking.
And I did find my 1-drop Diablo.
Did.
Oh.
And we've got
The
the Simba, the crucial Simba.
This seems like the most powerful opening in your deck, Zach. I'm not sure if there's one you prefer, but on the play it seems pretty good.
Basically Daisy and
Okay, so here my hand here is I really wanted to play this Sudden Chill this turn because I wasn't going to take the 2-turn on the Daisy with the Diablo because I had the Cove, but my inkables were a little dry after I did this, so I kept the Sudden Chill in case I could find value, but I didn't feel like I could just 1-for-1 it. I needed to try to like snipe a Rapunzel after a lady play or something coming up, but I really wanted to play that Sudden Chill.
Watching this back on my own, the Twitch chat definitely thought you should have Sudden Chilled. The Twitch chat always knows what the right play is, so.
Oh yeah, always.
Of course.
Oh, shout out Cody. He lent me these beautiful Diablos. Yeah, my hand's like Cove, Sudden Chill, John. Like, I have to have that. Like,
yeah, definitely.
That 3 ink to make this, yeah.
I have some decisions here for sure. Everybody seemed to have thought I should have LeFou'd my Simba here. The reason that you don't LeFou the Simba here is because unless you have Hidden Cove, it's not likely you can clear both of my characters. So you would rather have them both exerted and save the LeFou for when you can't just clear everything. You happen to have a way to do it, but most of the time here you're not going to be able to kill both, so I should not LeFou here. It's better to use LeFou later.
Yep.
That patience in some of these aggro decks, I mean, a lot of people think, you know, the answer in these decks is just to go fast, and that patience, I think, sometimes in Lorcana is one of the things that sets the best aggro players apart from ones that struggle sometimes.
And those little decisions add up a lot with stuff like this. Like, one lore means everything in an aggro deck.
People like to discount aggro in a lot of ways, and I'm disappointed with some of the like feedback I see on it because I do think there's a lot of nuance to it. Of course, at the like beginning level, it's a lot simpler to play an aggro deck than a control deck, but at this level, this stage, like you gotta make every lore matter.
Yeah, to get wins with aggro on this stage is really tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Hidden Cove is massive here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's see. And I did have another Diablo to develop a body, which was nice.
Yeah, you've had the bird army so far.
Yeah.
whoops, all Diablos.
Knive would be so proud.
Oh, and then another Simba.
Yep.
I mean, 11 on turn 3 feels, or turn 4 rather, feels pretty good.
The deck is awesome.
Yeah.
And here's that LeFou play.
So yeah, now I'm threatening I'm threatening like 8 to 9 more lore already. He's had the perfect hand, the perfect everything at this point, but the deck is so insane on the play.
There's nothing I can do against it. Both those Sudden Chills just became very worthless too.
Yeah, when you're against a discard deck with this Ruby Amber, like, it's a race to discard a race to play all your cards. so they can't do it for you.
I really should have played Muse. I should have made the decision to play Muses. I'm just like, I'm building my decks to just demolish Ruby decks, really. This is the Ruby deck I could not demolish.
Everybody was terrified of this deck.
Oh, it was so
It was
nasty.
banned multiple times.
Like, I definitely felt like I could have beat green blue. I had a better chance against the green blue. Not a good one, but I definitely couldn't let you have the freebie like game one on the play purple steel.
Yeah,
so I was like,
2
I'd
shots
rather
with
just
green blue is tough.
Yeah. I'm like, I can't hope for it twice, especially with my red blue being in the mix.
So here I draw the Prince Bodyguard, and I think most people just automatically slam it down Bodyguard, but you have to think about it. Like, sometimes you can clear all 4 characters here, and it's better for me to have the Prince to be able to quest for 1. So there's definitely a world where you don't Bodyguard it. So that's the whole reason I was thinking there instead of automatically slamming it.
That is true. I mean, Cricky is run, and Mo, you run Cricky. So in a world here, you know, you slam that down on turn 5 here, and are able to do some significant work. So, yeah.
Yeah. So, I'm here. I look calm, cool, and collected. You're about to see a real like my mental state here in a second. I think I have the Cricky. I don't remember, but I have. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I almost sort of stabilize.
You're getting there. You definitely are.
I wish they'd give me a hand cam again. I think I'm sitting on like an Elsa that I'm thinking about as well, but
we're talking about the mental fatigue, though. I mean, you all have played, you know, a number of rounds yesterday at the highest level. Now, you know, thought about this all night today. Oh, there it is. There's the Cricky.
The lucky cricket. Oh yeah, so here I had a misunderstanding because I tried to make an illegal action, and then I'm so used to Yu-Gi-Oh! Like if you declare battle with something, you have to like fully do it. Whereas Lorcana, if you do an illegal action, you don't have to commit to it. So I was so nervous that I messed up and just threw in front of everybody. I'm like, no. And Zach was very kind to remind me it's not how it works here.
Yeah, he tried to challenge my Simba without the Bodyguard.
Yep.
And then boom.
I called it. I said, now Gloyd off the top to put me out of my misery.
Was that off the top?
That was straight off the top. I had 0 cards in hand.
Oh my.
Liflu gets me to 19, and now I have several turns to find a way to get that lore, but I need to go ahead and make it happen.
Yeah, we're to the...
So we top decked a Gloyd Orange board. No one knows what a Gloyd Orange board is.
I did. I knew it was coming. I said it was happening. It came down. I'm like, well, all right.
There was only, throughout all of Worlds, there was only one person that did not look at my deck list and say, what the heck is this card? What is this? What are these words? Are these actually words? Mo was the only person that knew what a Gloyd Orange board was.
It was so funny. Oh my gosh.
So for anyone that's watching that doesn't know Gloyd Orange War, when you play him, your opponent loses 1 lore and you gain 1 lore. So it's kind of like a mini Pirate's Life on your guy. So he's my goat. He's my Ruby Amber goat, essentially.
So brutal.
We
nasty. We have Gloyds and we have the Super Goofs in the deck. So either one of those would have finished the game there.
Yeah, I was like in my head planning out my next couple turns. I'm like, okay, I have to just like debate like how many turns it's going to take to set up a kill shot to play around the Goof and the Gloyd, like potentially while still dealing with everything you play. And I'm like, oh Lord, trying to do the percents in my head and then just Gloyd off the top. I'm like, okay, I don't have to think about it.
Yeah, do all the math you want, Mo. Do all the math. Gloyd doesn't care about math.
That's true. To make it a nice clean finish rather than dragging it out for another 2 or 3 turns.
So I almost named my Amber Steel deck Losers Do Math, because when we practice Sealed, one of my teammates and friends, Devin, would always just say that, and then he would immediately win like the turn after. And so that's what I named my like hyper aggro deck, was Losers Do Math, but I changed it at the last second. I was like, people will judge me for this. Mathematicians out there.
I just named mine Gloyd. That was it.
I think if I remember right, I was ready for that because somebody ran it in sealed. And so we got to look at it. And then I was like, oh, I remember now.
This set was hype. You got the Gloyd off the top. You get the spoilers in this game and game 3. Like, I don't know. Like, 2 masters of their craft, like, playing that matchup was a blast.
Yeah. So you're going into game 2. I know, Mo, you probably thought, Zach had a pretty good, like, high percentage chance to win game 1 there based on his crazy, aggressive strategy. So what are you thinking going into game 2 here?
I expected that deck to win. I expected both of his off decks to be able to beat my decks pretty handily, unless he decided to not ban my Amber Steel by chance. But I knew it was getting banned, and so it was all part of the plan. Definitely some nerves knowing I have to 2-0 Zach Bivens on Purple Steel to move on. And I had a lot of those moments. Like, I had to 2-0 Hamza's Red Blue. I had to 2-0 Sailor's Red Blue. Like, you got to separate the deck from the player and just make your best decisions. So, definitely some nerves, but it was all part of the plan so far.
I planned to lose that first game.
Yeah, plan to. Calculated.
In that scenario?
Yeah.
He didn't. I mean, he didn't plan to lose, but he expected at that point.
That's fair.
To have to beat Purple Steel twice.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah. It was all about being able to target the Purple Steel and to pivot my Red Blue to play it on the play. Because I did not feel confident my Red Blue could beat Zach Bivens on Purple Steel. This particular Purple Steel list, especially on the draw.
Yeah, I constructed my Amethyst Steel like very, very unique for this tournament, and you have to because of the Worlds format.
Yeah,
I'm playing one single Pete in the entire deck, and that's because Worlds level players going into this tournament, the way the meta has shaped up, they're moving in towards the item build and moving away from Be Prepared. And also, I'm banning every Steel deck I run into, so like, if I'm banning Steel and Be Prepared is being pushed away some, why do I need Pete? So I was the only person to not just auto include 4 Pete in their Amethyst Steel. I think I just thought a little bit deeper about it there, and I just know the deck so well. So only one Pete's really strange, but it allowed me to play more reach cards, which made my matchup so much better. Like, I played 4 Rose, 4 Goat, 4 Cobra to finish the games against the control decks.
Yeah. Once you get to like 14, I felt like I'm in the danger zone for the rest of the game. Mm-hmm. I had a similar theory with Be Prepared, because I thought it was incorrect to bring Be Prepared in my items deck. I didn't like it. I thought it was just mostly a bad card, but I'm like, if a Worlds player knows I don't have Be Prepared in my deck, they're going to abuse me. And so I left it in for that reason.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was trying to prey on.
Yeah.
That's fascinating.
Let's see.
Here we are off Vision's no turn 1 play.
Nah, I just got popsicles. So
yeah, it's not the end of the world for Ruby Sapphire to miss turn 1.
Yeah. My hand I don't remember being stellar. I have the 2 into a 4-drop. Oh, I have 2 4-drops. Yeah, my hand's actually pretty good. My hand's pretty solid. I have some uninkables and got to make some decisions. I think I ink the prep here and keep the Sisu because I have the coil, but maybe I ink the Sisu because it's far away. Yeah, I do.
Pal's Guard's another interesting card. I'm not sure if anyone else played Pal's Guard at Worlds. I didn't pay much attention, but I wouldn't be surprised if I was the only one. It's like a similar vein of the Pete. Like, if I'm banning all the Steel decks, my illusions are pretty safe. So he just gets a million quests before you're able to deal with him.
Yeah, for sure.
And he's very, very good. So, like, if I'm running into aggro decks, Purple Steel is my deck that's trying to beat them, and Palace Guard is phenomenal against them. Use Crab, and he just lives forever, killing stuff. So he's definitely very good.
I tested Purple Yellow quite extensively. I declared it doomed, but I tested Purple Yellow a lot, and I just loved Crab and Daisy Duck. Scrooge coming down. I get the pop, so that's my like turn 4-5 ink play where you go like workshop pop and just develop while you got some bodies on board. And notably here I can heal the Scrooge, so I can remove the Palace Guard if it quests and he holds the Calhoun, and I can heal the Scrooge and make the Calhoun need a crab to clear.
The Scrooge definitely slows me down. It basically steals 2 lore from me here because I can't quest with my Calhoun and Palace Guard. I'm better off just waiting until the following turn when I can strength it, and then it opens up my board again.
Why did they make that a 4/4? That's crazy.
That card's so good. It's so
you
good.
can free play a 4/4. Oh my gosh.
It's like the main reason to play the item build instead of the shark build, in my opinion.
Yeah, he's so good. Rose comes down. I think there's a world that I developed the Tally here because I want the body, but also if you don't get the workshop out like earlier, it can become really hard to play later on. I have the prep as like a slight fallback, but I think I need to ink the Tally because Scrooge is uninkable. Oh, I'd go for the Tommy. That's brave. Maybe I inked the Tally last turn.
Yeah, I think you did. I don't think it's there anymore.
Okay, cool. I was like, that is...
Workshop is really good against me too, so it's good to get it out early.
Yeah. Very solid hand.
The theme of my hands against you was like just getting flooded with songs.
Yeah. You know, you live by them and die by them. Like, for every Zeus that I got, there was a friends that came up to bite me in the butt right after. I was like, gosh, stop drawing those. But that's later. That's later. Okay, so 5 ink turn. This is probably going to be a little bit of a downturn for me. I just got to hope the one of Pete isn't there, because I'm probably just going to look to clear at the B prep.
And how many B preps you running, Mo?
2.
2.
Yep. I was on 61 cards, and I like playing 62. I'm one of those weirdos, and I just threw in the second prep because 62 just felt right. It's what I topped with at Vegas.
Hey.
And I've done 62 ever since.
It's the Sailor and the Sailor debate.
Oh yeah, Sailor versus Hamza.
Sailor Hamza debate, yeah.
Man, Hamza's a madman.
He is. I had a Maui. I didn't. No.
This turn here is really interesting for me. There's a lot of ways I can go about it here. I think I need to kill the Maui in some efficient way instead of just letting it keep eating my characters and live.
Yeah.
So in the moment, if I sing the Zeus, which knowing how it played out was probably better, but I think it was incorrect. If you sing the Zeus, the goat lives and he can quest for a little while longer. But then you're worse against B prep, which is the biggest threat here. So in the end, I settle on using the goat to kill Maui instead of letting Maui just kill Rose or Guard, and saving the Zeus for if you go with a big Sisu or a 6-cost Tamatoa or something. So if you knowing how the game played out, singing the Zeus is better, but that's not how you make decisions, and doesn't mean it was correct or whatever. I think this was the most balanced play, knowing that B prep's the biggest thing. If I sing with goat, then I have 4 characters and I'm worse to B prep. So I think I played it right here. It's just a really tricky situation. And if I ended up singing the Zeus, it might have actually made the difference in the game, keeping the goat around.
I think if you didn't, oh Lord, it's tough. It's definitely tough because there's the prep there. And there's some deliberation here, but I'm like, the Pete's not out. I'm probably going to take it. I forget what I actually do. Oh, I take a draw turn.
Yeah, that's why I say if I had sang with it and getting the B prep out early, it actually might have changed the outcome of the game. But it doesn't, just because of that doesn't mean it was the right play. I made the right decision with the knowledge that I had and everything.
So you think you're speculating if you kept the goat around, then you would have drew out the be prepared in that moment.
Yeah, I think so. I think he has to. If I have 4 characters, it feels like he has to prep.
Yeah.
But maybe I'm wrong.
Reduce the TPO. It's a really important play. My favorite play is reducing Maui and then still killing something with it. Like,
That's just rude.
makes people think. Yeah. So I'm thinking here to play the popsicle or to hold it. My hand's pretty solid, and there's not going to be a great time for me to take a draw. Well, I think, yeah, I won't be able to take a draw turn with the popsicle if I play prep next. So I really thought about playing it. In aggro matchups, sometimes you greed the 1 draw with the popsicle instead of getting the extra draw from the workshop. Not that this is a super aggro deck, but
This is a play that I make kind of frequently, but I don't love it. I would much rather quest with the broom before sending it off, but it's just way too dangerous in this spot with prep and Sisu being live.
yeah.
An interesting sequencing note there too for players watching. You triggered the broom first to draw the card, keeping the Cobra trigger in the bag, and then discarded once you saw the card off the broom.
Exactly. When you have the option, you should pretty much always draw cards before you do anything. So you want to have the most information available, the most options you have.
And here I can't take another turn without the board wipe because, like I said, if purple still gets to around 14, you're just very liable to lose to snake bounce, cobra bounce, not snake bounce, but you know.
So you were down to just a vision and a popsicle at this point. I didn't realize that.
Yep. Oh yeah, there's me saying I hope Baker's singing that.
Oh yeah.
He was, to be clear.
Good. It's my Lorcana bucket list. Oh, there they are.
Quick shot, just to highlight it.
Yeah, thanks for letting me know. And then my least favorite thing to see come down after a prep, just a stupid rabbit. I'm just like, gosh darn it.
Yep.
So
Rabbit is my favorite card, and I'll be so sad if it's rotated out.
It's up there. Goat's mine. Or Go-Go is mine, but Goat and Go-Go. At least I get to keep Go-Go. That's nice. I'm gonna take a lot of draws here.
Yeah, it's very scary. I need to definitely get some more uninteractable lore ASAP.
Yeah.
You're loading up.
Yeah. For anyone who hasn't had a lot of time to play against this item deck, it is you're playing against not their lore counter, but how many items they have on the board. And once they hit, they can get up to 17 ink, which is the Tamatoa plus Dime kill shot combo, where you just hit them for like 15 lore in a turn and close the game out. Big Tamatoa is notably pretty powerful against steel decks. It's tricky to clear, and so a lot of times, like after you stabilize from a B prep and you could get one down, like if I had one this turn that would have been crazy, but yeah, you can get a lot of stuff done.
Yeah, here I have to do that broom play again that I hate, but with Sisu, with you playing so many Sisus, like I can't just leave broom and rabbit there to just go down to Sisu. So
yeah,
just cycle the draw.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially after giving me so many draws, like, or not giving me, but I took so many draws. So
yeah, it's important for the viewer to notice that you played the broom and then activate it same turn. Just like, it's here, it's gone, draw the card.
It's not ideal, but it was correct right there.
Yeah. Gosh, how do I win this game? I'm looking back, I'm like, this looks awful.
You made it happen.
Yeah, 15 lore against Amethyst. It's rough.
Okay, I think it's Brawl Maui here, if I remember correct. Yeah. Because I can't just give any more lore or a Bounce Rabbit. Like, Bounce Rabbit's a little slow, but like it just kind of nailed in the coffins. Oh, that was a good draw for me. is you getting that Zeus?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just playing one card a turn here is not great in this position because I need to close it out fast. When you killed that rabbit, I didn't look at the card I drew, I just threw it into my hand. And every time I did that in this match, the Twitch chat went crazy. They're like, why is he not looking at his card? I can't believe it.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, it literally means nothing. But
Yeah.
the Twitch chat was losing their mind.
My favorite thing was my Twitch chat. I got sent screenshots of me playing Kurt, and people were like, Mo, save me 15% on my car insurance. My absolute favorite, shout out this person because they are amazing, is like, the doctor told me I had 6 months to live. Mo shuffled my deck, and now I'm still here 10 years later. Like,
wow.
Yeah.
I see why you're one of the favorites now.
So here's the crab coming down like I talked about. I think, and I'm counting out my ink, trying to figure out what I gotta do. Getting rid of the items here is hard. I'm reducing my Maui, super important. And also keep your ink like this, definitely, every time. It's just the best.
The ink pile.
Yeah, that's a pro tip.
Yeah, there's the dime that I had to find. I found two. Okay, never mind. I had it.
Better two than zero.
Better two than zero.
And I remember telling you, like, the way that you were acting and the way you said pass and everything, like, I know you have the game. I'm good at reading body language, and I remember telling you, okay, I know you have it. So how can I stop it?
Yeah,
and I have a Zeus and a cannon in hand, so I can do 7 damage to your Tamatoa. I can almost stop you from winning, but I can't quite get there.
7. That's so.
Yep. And I know he has it. Like, I have 0 doubts that he's beating me on the next turn, and I just have to sit here and let it happen.
So I mean, there's a world in which you like top deck a strength or something, and
something else. Yeah. A strength or a second cannon lets me kill Tamatoa, and then I'm in a pretty good spot.
Yeah.
And at this point, I'm just thinking, okay, how do I play this if he doesn't have it? If he somehow doesn't have it, what do I do?
Yeah.
And it's obviously going to be a quest here. And it might seem weird to ink this friends, but I think I have to win on the following turn somehow. I don't have the ink to play friends next turn. Like, if I play friends and I find a Cobra, that does nothing. So, like, I think this was something I saw in the Twitch chat too. Like, why did he ink that? He can draw into Cobra next turn or whatever. But I don't really have the ink to be spending that. I need as much ink as I can for next turn.
Yeah.
Somehow. It's just the way to go. I think I'm counting your items and just knowing that I lose.
I'm doing the same. Like, the entire turn, I was just like, if I die, I die. And then I'm like, when I'm like counting the items, like, okay, but if I don't, this could be pretty cool.
7. Yeah, it's pretty close. That's interesting. You know, you talking about the body language, Zach, it's something that, you know, people watching like on Twitch chat or even commentators, like, we can't hear the tone of voice, we can't see the body language that you all see, and so it's so interesting when players criticize plays that are made on the table, because we don't have all of that information that you all do, the way you're reading your opponent.
Yeah. Okay, now watch me like anxiously count this out like 5 times. Like, I clearly have it, but I'm just in my head so bad right here.
Dude, if you watched any of my stream games with Green Blue, I count it like 800 times.
Yeah. Okay, so there's the ink for the dime and the ink for the tap, and then I'm got my extra little ink here, and then counting one more time to make sure. Like, there's just something special about misplaying on a stream game, and it's like, well, that's for the world to see from now on.
Yep. I'm glad this won't be recorded for all eternity.
Yeah.
There was only like 4,000 people watching, no big deal.
Oh yeah, It's fine.
Yep. And there it is. And then you had the Calhoun next there, Zach, so
Yeah.
no help. Man. So there it is, going into Game 3 now. Forky there on the table, though, Zach. I have to ask about Forky. Is that what's up with him hanging out there?
So I basically used it for my daughter. She lost her mind when she saw it in the gift shop. She loved it, so just brought it along to think of her.
Oh, man. So now going into game 3 here, Zach, you're going to be on the play, same deck. Mo, you're switching it up. Kind of what's your thought process here going into game 3?
Well, my deck is constructed, I constructed it specifically to be able to handle Emerald Amethyst, but it does require me drawing the cards. So if they shift Diablo and I don't have a cannon, I'm probably going to lose. If I have the cannon, I'm very much in the game. So my deck is constructed to be able to handle it, but it's close to a 50-50.
And on my side of things, I think Purple Steel is one of Discard's worst matchups. It's just such a resilient deck, and any iteration of it. And I was not planning, my Discard was not made to play against Steel at all, but I had to make this pivot for this last round. But I definitely had an idea. I wanted to see the 1-drop green Diablo, so I could kind of map out his turns and see what songs potentially, what any sticky Zeus's or anything in his hand, and kind of just plot my Diablo shift. I don't find that Diablo, but hey, I was looking for it. Isn't every Diablo player though?
I like what you said of you weren't planning on playing against Steel. That's one of the strategies with my lineup. Mm-hmm. They don't want to ban your Purple Steel, so and you're giving them 2 very oppressive decks with my other 2, to where they really need to ban one of those. So the byproduct of that is that I almost always get to play my Steel deck. Most people don't want to play against Steel, but they either let me play Steel or they let me play one of these really oppressive decks.
That was my thought process on my Steel deck as well. I got to play it twice, which was crazy, but I was not playing Cinderella or Storm. I had 3 strengths. Right. Yeah, it was just hyper aggro, but it also still had the ability to zap something out of nowhere.
Yeah, it had enough of those annoying cards where I still needed to ban it.
Yeah. It was just one of those decks where if it's just it's just really high rolly, open up multiple Daisy Ducks and Lady into Piglet into Doc. It's just, no deck can deal with that. It's just so stupid. But 2 people let me play it. I was really happy about that.
I'm surprised. I'm very surprised.
A little fumble off the top.
Oh yeah, I knocked it in half, so I had to shuffle and let him cut again.
Yeah, and have the nerves settled at this point? I mean, everybody's watching. You're the one match going on, at Worlds. Mo using the Worlds water bottle there. That's a bit of a flex.
Still using it.
Nice.
Have the nerves settled a bit going into game 3? Are you all, you feeling good at this point?
This is game 3, Liam. That answers it.
Locked in, as some would say.
I actually never feel nerves in this. Like I told you in that one, I think I told you, I think it was you I told sometime throughout the weekend. I literally played 80 hours of Lorcana, which is no exaggeration. I played 80 hours of Lorcana every week leading up to this.
Yeah.
What is there to be nervous about? If I lose, I literally did everything I could, so I'm okay if I lose. So yeah.
Legitimately, I felt very similar. I was nervous, but starting the day off 0-2 definitely puts a lot of stuff in perspective for me.
For sure. In that hand, I was debating the Palace card versus the Broom. Palace card probably gets more quest, but I need more ways. I need to dig deeper to find cannons, essentially. So that's kind of what I did with the Broom there.
Look at this hand. Disgusting. I open up oh.
Your hand is so gross. So gross.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Definitely. I think I full keep. I was well, yeah, I definitely did here.
So we started the match off when I full kept my Ruby Amber hand, and now we're closing it with you keeping your green purple hand.
Yup. Now let me say again, if I get past you, obviously ignoring the players, just looking entirely at deck lists, I felt like I had a free line. I was all right, You know, like obviously Ed, DKP, anyone else there can take me out. But I was like, I felt very confident as far as matchups. I was just like, I'm this close. I just got to survive. Ink and a Bruno. Yeah, it's definitely the best thing to ink in that hand. Notably, no green Diablo. That's the only card in the world I could possibly want that I don't have in this hand.
But yeah, we'll settle for a purple one there.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep. Shifts just as well, though.
It does.
Yep.
So I actually don't have a cannon in my hand yet. Like I really need to find a cannon fast.
I thought you had one. If you left that broom standing, I would have shifted.
The casters actually questioned it. They're like, should he keep the broom here? But like you never can, because if you shift, you kill it for free. Even if you didn't kill it, like I would draw and let you draw. So like 100% of the time, in the face of a Diablo, there you have to pop the broom.
So my hand is really interesting because I think most players would probably just shift here. And I knew you were on the cannons. I read that you likely had one. You didn't mull too deep from what I remember. I think it was 3 or 4. I should have watched just now.
Yeah, I think it was 4.
Yeah, but I definitely like needed to set up. I knew I had a huge blowout play if I saved it for the next turn, where I could shift, play the Prince John, double sing, sudden chill. It was huge shift.
You did it
momentum.
right. For sure, definitely played it correctly. And I actually drew the cannon, so you would have been punished if you did shift.
Yeah, there we go. So at home, don't always shift your Diablos. Read the vibes. Read the vibes.
I missed it, Zach. You drew the cannons that turn?
I did draw the cannons that turn. Yeah. And I make a risky play of, like, I'm risking a lot here by keeping that friends in my hand, but I just feel like I really have to hold the friends, because he could drop Ursula and rip it out of my hand. But I really need the cards in this spot, so I take the risk of not inking the friends here. Normally you always ink your songs against Emerald decks, but you just have to evaluate each situation different.
So I inked the Go-Go to play Prince John. I think a bit of my soul died here.
And people may know that Go-Go is your favorite card in the game.
Yep.
The Prince John double sudden chill here is pretty devastating. It puts me in quite the bad spot. This is like the main time that I felt behind in the matchup. If I could survive past this, I felt like I'd be okay, but like this was really tough. Having a discard rabbit was not fun.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and there's the Zeus.
The Zeus was the worst card in the whole deck to draw. Literally the worst card.
Rewarded by keeping the friends there, though.
Yeah. So sequencing was very important there. We absolutely have to blast the Diablo before we sync friends. Normally you draw cards before you do anything, but sometimes you don't.
Absolutely.
I have forgotten before and accidentally done things the wrong way.
Yeah,
feels pretty bad.
I would have been knocked out right here if I did that.
Yeah. So here, my hand is pretty weak for a 4-ink turn, especially in a deck with genies and whatever else I could develop here. The Ursula, I was debating just inking, but I was like, because I'm like, there's no song. He drew 2 cards, but
there should not have been a song.
Yeah, the only song it could have been was Zeus, because any other one would have been ink there. Yeah. And I didn't want to play the Ursula and just waste it. But also I was like, I think I have to see what's in your hand. So
yeah, it really wasn't a good play for you here, so makes sense.
Yeah. Because my hand's pretty weak, so I'm just sitting there debating about because the Diablo's probably just better to play than the Ursula if I could only play one. And I had to skip ink for a turn if the Ursula doesn't hit, but yeah.
It was so
there
brutal.
she is.
Yeah, watching that felt like a pretty...
It's like a 2-card swing. It's really crazy. Some people might not realize how big a deal that is, just discarding one and him drawing one there. But it's very, 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 very big.
Yeah. I value the stats here in case I run into a cove to help me like clean up a little bit better. But like if I run into a cricky or anything.
So
actually, cricky would have been better.
You've had like the best hand possible, just about. But I feel fine because I was able to deal with the Diablo. As long as you don't draw a second Diablo, like I feel like I'm in a good spot, even though it's been definitely, you've had the hand for sure.
Yeah, and you're 100% right there. Like, I have had just like the most gifted hand in the game up until this point, and I think this is where it starts to like drift a little bit away from me.
Yeah, the way
it does
that
feel
the way my list is constructed, like I just have so many 3/3 bodies. I have so many big static characters that unless you're drawing a million cards extra from me, like you actually can't stop me.
Yeah. I take the Prince John quest, which comes out to bite me because it was only punishable if he hits like a way to draw multiple cards here, which is Rabbit or Friends. But I really just wanted to find my way into a Diablo, and I had the Lucifer in my hand, but still. Yeah.
The Prince John quest, I really wanted to kill it. I really wanted to kill it with Rose, but I top decked Friends, so that's why I took a second to think about it. You can hard cast Friends, but then you gotta assume your cards are gone. So I had to let that go. This is a huge play here.
Yeah, and this is huge misplay on my side. I missed the Prince John draw. Massive. Like, I looked one card deeper in my deck, and it was not relevant in the in game, but having an extra like inkable here, I don't know what I end up inking. I haven't rewatched this. Oh god, my cheeks are getting red.
Oh no. Did you notice he missed the draw on the Cobra?
I actually did not, so you shouldn't feel so bad. I
realized it here. Look at me. I'm messed up. I'm in my head.
No. I think, looking back at it, I'm still gonna do that. Like I need to gain the lore and stuff, and you're gonna discard my card if I don't do it anyways. But yeah, in the moment I didn't realize. I actually did not, because a lot of times you don't think about Prince John triggering when they're not playing a discard card of their own.
Yeah, and on this stage you just can't forget anything like that. But it's really there's a lot of pressure.
I mean, it's a fair point, because if he doesn't discard the card, you do have the Lucifer in your hand, so there's a world in which you force that discard anyway.
Yeah, that's why I did it. Like, if I don't do it, you're gonna do it for me.
Mm-hmm.
I missed it. Was that an Elsa there, Zach?
No, I actually don't play Elsa, just because of the way the Worlds format is. I just didn't play it in this deck. It's a broom. I had to think about it because he has one card in his hand. There's like 3 different cards it could be. It's very likely either a Lucifer or an Elsa. So if it is Elsa, it sucks to play this broom. But since it's not, since it's like roughly a 30% chance it's an Elsa, and I don't have any cards, I need to just play the broom.
And Mo, is that a Prince John off the top, which doesn't feel very helpful here?
Yeah, my string of draws here was like 2 green Diablos, a Prince John, a Lucifer, and I think it's going to be another Lucifer next turn. Which would be great if I had both these Johns and he had a card in hand. Or a Bruno. Bruno would be cool. So here, like I decided to go sideways. And just because the Lucifer and the Prince John give me a decent amount of lore pressure, and his bodies just don't give me a good trade. And so I needed some way to help start like ticking my own clock, but I'm letting him get up to that tricky lore count of like 14 plus.
I was surprised when you quested, at least with the Prince John. I was surprised.
Mm-hmm.
And here, I don't know if this was necessarily correct, even questing with my broom. Because what am I going to do with this card? I'm basically planning to ink the card unless it's another 1-drop.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
You don't have to keep anything in your hand.
Yeah, I can never let you have the Prince John discard stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't know if questing and popping the broom was correct or not. And of course, I drew literally the worst card possible again off of room, as we'll see in a second.
Yeah.
There's only one card. There's literally only one card that's bad for me to draw there. Like, that's devastating for me to draw there, I guess.
And is that an uninkable Zeus, perhaps?
Yeah, it's a Zeus.
Oh.
I remember telling him I'm going to choose to discard one action here instead of 2 cards off the Lucifer.
Yeah, that was so funny. Yeah, I would have had 2 cards if I would have held the Prince John back.
Yeah, really
it's a
surprised.
business decision. Yeah, it's definitely a business decision because I didn't expect you to ever end with cards in your hand if you could avoid it.
That's very fair.
And yeah. And I just needed some way to help push the clock a little bit, if I could, or at least like even it out a little bit. My instant lore card was gone. I lost my go-go here, so there's not a great chance of me coming back from behind unless I slow you down.
Goat was a good draw for sure.
Yeah. The bodies just were putting in so much work.
Yeah. That's the whole plan in the matchup. Just throw a bunch of bodies down. Empty my hand, get a bunch of stats, and make you find a way to deal with them.
Yep.
That's why in my interview, like, I said, like, even though he had the perfect hand and, like, everything, until he gets a Diablo that I cannot answer, I feel fine.
Yep. It was almost... I almost just wanted to quest here, but I played the friends. Yeah. What did I hit off of it? I had the Elsa already.
I think it's the second Elsa.
Oh, Lord.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe not.
Oh, it was the Cricky. The Cricky.
A Cricky and a Prince John, maybe. Like, not.
And there's 2 Elsas in hand, too.
Yeah. Yeah, I hit Prince John Elsa off of that friends.
Yeah, it's funny. At this point, it starts to feel like there's a time where it feels like, you know, Zach is completely out of this game and Mo's crushed his hand. But like it's around this time, and it's happened subtly and slowly where it's like, okay, wait a second. Things have shifted. And it was probably a turn or 2 ago, but very much all of a sudden feels like the momentum's on the other side here.
I feel like I've watched this match back several times and seen other people's reactions. I feel like I was the only person in the world that felt fine with my position.
I felt like you were fine.
I guess we were the only ones. Like Moyen, for example, thought it was ridiculous that I said that I felt fine throughout the game. But literally, it's until you get a Diablo that I cannot answer. Like, I'm doing fine.
Yep. Here I... Oh, is this where I ink the Cricky?
It was either
No,
last
I have to
turn or
hold
this
the
turn.
Cricky because I'm trying to play more bodies. Yeah.
That's
I
what
want to talk
really
about
caught
that
me
when it
off guard.
happens. Yeah. Definitely not this turn. That sudden chill's worthless. So I think my game plan here, because right now I don't really have a great way. I'm counting his lore, looking at how many Cobras we've been through, because like I don't have a great way to deny Cobra being lethal here. I don't have a way, because I can remove the goat or the rose, and either way, like if I remove there's still just like a goat bounce or just the goat, because I'm so far down in the lore track. So here I had to take out the goat. And that puts Cobra absolutely lethal. Like, so maybe I keep the sudden chill. Huh? I don't think I do. Yeah. No, it's just a matter of fate. It was like, all right, well, and I just can't get a good time to play that Cricky. He's just answering. I want to get sticky bodies on board, and I was not able to get a good time to bring it down to retake the board on my side. my face.
It's not, I mean, not a terrible turn if you're going to claw your way, try to hang around.
Yeah, that Bruno was a good draw. Now here, I have a wrong lever. I can take down the rows with it, but then I have no answers for standing threats. Or I can give him one more lore and put the remaining roses, goats, be live game enders on the board.
If you do that, like if I draw a Smee or something, that's like a game ender too.
Yep. You had more Smees in your deck at this point, I think, than most of your like 1 point lores. So I don't remember exactly what I think I hold the lever here. Yeah. And give you the extra 1 point and just say,
that's
well,
where you ink
I'm
the
gonna win it.
And this caught me completely off guard that you would ink the Cricky here. It didn't make any sense to me why you would ink Cricky. So that's why I take forever trying to figure out what I'm doing.
So let's talk about that. I knew I needed 3 ink for the lever, and I wanted to put myself in a position where I could potentially Elsa or do something else or like a genie into something. I needed just more ways to potentially answer, because I don't think, unless you like dead drew like twice in a row, I don't think I could put the clock on you with the Cricky. I thought about it. I'm like, you may draw another Zeus. That'd be great. But
it felt, so in my mind, it was like, you can just ink Cricky next turn, and I don't think it changes anything at all. At least that's how I was thinking. So I'm like, why would you ink it now? What in the world does that mean you have in your hand? And I was just trying to, like, the card in my hand is like super clear to just play. But I'm sitting here trying to figure out what in the world are you planning to ink that when you ink
what is happening?
Yeah, it completely caught me off guard. So
Ended up,
trying to figure that out.
I don't believe. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, because I couldn't have ever crickied and levered, so. Freaking Lucy.
Yeah.
That was a bad draw. That's what I get. I bibbity bobbity booed Lucifer with Ursula on day 1, and I got that playoff, and that's what I get for just brutal. Being mean to my friends. Yeah.
So now you have to answer everything that I do for the rest of the game.
Yep. Not a great place to be.
And it's a Merlin, but not a goat.
Not a goat.
No.
Yeah.
That was a crazy match.
That was crazy. It's crazy to rewatch it, man. I was so happy for you.
So much fun to watch, and that hug at the end. I mean, it for those of us watching. I mean, I feel like it meant a lot to us to see you two kind of embrace like that. What did it feel like, in that moment for each of you?
Bittersweet.
Bittersweet. I very happy for my friend. I honestly thought I was rooting for you to take it all. I was like, you could do it. You could do it. But I was also like, I was so close to being the world champ. It's so close. Heck of a game. Heck of a set of games, honestly. Like, the camera didn't catch, but I went and looked at my next draw next, and it was another 1-2 Green Diablo, and I was like, okay, well, I feel better about missing the stupid Cobra draw, but you never know, butterfly effect and whatnot. Ugh. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
It was a good one.
We put on a show, didn't we? Yeah.
But your opening hand was so crazy that yeah, it was very scary. If you ever draw a second Diablo and I'm not able to kill it, like, you might run away with the game. But yeah, the way my deck is constructed with all the stats is very good.
Yeah, the bodies, I just couldn't get around. I needed like a Genie or a Diablo, something to like sustain my hand a little bit, and I never quite ran across it, but I like to make the joke the cards were tired. They got me here. They had a hard day one. They had to not lose, so.
You put them through a lot.
Yeah, I like to blame Sealed for that. Shout out Sealed. That sucked. Ugh.
All right. My last question for you all, and I know you've thought about this a lot in the tournament a lot, but you know, in as you reflect back on your Lorcana career so far, you know, as long as this game has been around, just a couple of years, where does this match rank in kind of the pantheon of your matches?
For me, that's easy. It's number one, I'd say. Like, at Nats, it was just me bullying blue-red players and, like, losing to Zan. And then in Vegas, I lost to Zan's deck list, not Zan. So this was definitely up there. And I'm glad I got to show off my chops with decks that aren't green-purple. A lot of people think that's, like, all I can play, which, you know, if you play green-purple, you know it's a very, very deck, like, to pick. But yeah, it was nice. Put on a heck of a show with a great friend. Couldn't have lost to anyone better.
Yeah, I'll echo the part about playing different decks. I mean, my brand is kind of playing different decks, but I've never played a complicated Sapphire deck like the green blue that I did, so it felt good showing that off for sure.
Yeah.
And as far as matches in my career, this goes right up there with my Nationals match to qualify for Worlds. That match was insane, where I won an unwinnable game 1 and then won game 3 on 3 ink. So it's up there with that one's pretty special for sure. I mean, there's no other contest between that one and in this match. Those are the two for sure that stick out. It was great. Very, very close set of 3 games in the top 8 of the World Championship. Doesn't get much better.
Yeah, it was pretty fire. It was fire.
Well, thanks so much for putting on a great show. It was incredibly entertaining to watch and a lot of fun to watch you run through Worlds. And thanks for taking a moment this evening to walk me through that and our audience as well on short notice. I don't know what you were planning on doing this evening, but I appreciate you jumping in with the magic of the Worlds pin. So thank you both again. And thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to like and subscribe. And I will see you all later.